several cities close together, and it is desert like so it's very dry, and we get snow in the winter, and in the summer it's very hot.
පුතාලා ඔයාලා mic එක off කරගන්න. Video on කරගන්න. Okay, now 7:29. We'll start right at 7:30. Okay, so let me introduce who is going to talk to you today. So let me read about her background. You should know, you should have some sort of idea what she is actually doing. Her name is Melissa Burnside. Is highly sought after speaker and coach. She is a coach. She's a life coach. Inspired audiences since the age of 16, that is your age. In 2019, she was named Coach of the Year by Success Hotline. It is a platform, yeah. The very successful coaches are selected and chosen. She has been personally mentored by Les Brown. Noria, that name, Les Brown, is a phenomenal character in the world. Every person on earth, so any person who wants to really improve knows who Les Brown is. I'm a very good fan of Les Brown. Yeah, so Melissa is the founder of Coach Burnside company, a company that gives its clients the tools to build a life they love to live. So after coaching athletes at state competitions, as well as breaking countless records following her advices, Melissa believes that all things are possible against all. Melissa's mission, she has a mission. Do you have a mission? I believe that helping others create a life of fulfillment is valued and needed in the world today. So that's her vision. So let Melissa, your friend today, talk to you. It's a very privilegious moment now in Sri Lanka. So students from different parts of the country are joining this workshop, this program. This is going to be a very, maybe a life-changing motivational speech to you all. So she will be speaking in English to you. Hope everybody can understand. And switch off your microphones, switch on your videos, and show your respect. Smile with her, and we'll give her the opportunity to talk to Sri Lankan students. Over to you, Melissa. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Thank you, Dilapa. I feel very blessed to have the opportunity to speak to all of you, because I'm coming from all the way across the world right now. And I bring my good energy to you, and you bring your good energy to me. And I thank you, because I know that you are all here on this call for a reason. You're here because you want to learn, because you want to grow, and because you want to be better than you woke up this morning. You want to continue to develop yourself and become better people. And you're striving to do that by your actions today, showing up. And I'm so happy to see you. So I want you to think about your goals and your dreams. Do you have goals and dreams in your life? I want you to think about that. And as you think about the ones that are for you, your own personal ones, I want you to think and understand that it's possible. And I'm going to share with you my dream. When I was a girl in high school, I wanted to be an athlete. And so I went out for basketball, and they only let so many people on the team. And the day came when I ran to see if my name was on the list and it wasn't there. And then I thought, for a moment, I felt sad. And we all feel sad sometimes, but I was not going to give up. So the next sport was cheerleading. And so me and my best friend, we learned everything we could and we went out for cheerleading. And we ran to see if our names would, if we made the team. And when we got there, our names were not there. And again, it broke our hearts. We were sad. But you know what? I was not going to stay down. I was going to become an athlete no matter what. And the next sports that were available to play, one was volleyball and one was football. And volleyball, I don't like volleyball. It hurts my wrists. When you bang on the ball, it hurts. And I thought, no, I will play football. This was back in 1991. At that time, there was only a boy team, but there was a law that provided if you were a girl, you could play on the boys team if there was no girls team. So the first day for practice, I showed up and I was ready to go. And I was so excited because I was going to become an athlete and be on a team. And I went to practice and the coach said, "What are you doing here? You're a girl, go away, go home." And I said, I told him about the law and he said, "I've never heard of such a thing. Go away." I felt that same sadness and defeat come over me that I had felt before. But there was a determination in myself and I said, I will go to the office and speak to the principal. And he shouted to me as I walked away, "Go home and play with your dolls." I was 14 years old at this point in my life, and I had already finished playing with my dolls. I didn't play with dollies anymore. That was the best pep talk anybody could ever gave me, because I turned that pep talk into fuel to give me energy to accomplish my goals. I went to practice the next day and the next day, and they did not want me playing on their team. But I kept showing up. And so as I kept showing up, they said, "We want rid of her. If anybody can get her to quit, we'll pay them $50. And I got tougher. As life gave me more problems, I just got tougher. And at the end of the season, I finished that season and we had a great season and we did a lot of great things. And that coach that told me to go home and play with my dolls, he had to sign my letter. And I earned my first letter in high school tackle football on the boys JV team. I was an athlete and no one could stop me. And then something amazing happened. After I played football, 2 girls went out and they wrestled. And today I work at a high school. I'm an educator and I'm also a coach at a high school. And those people at the high school, the girls that attend there, we have 20 female wrestlers. 20. One of them is a state champion. Up until last year, she was undefeated. She had never been beat. She wrestles boys, she wrestles girls. She doesn't care. She lives her dream. I lived my dream. Then something even more amazing happened. As I was working at the high school, the teachers, some of the coaches said, "We want you to come coach track and field." So I went to coach track and field. And it felt so good for somebody to want me, because I had felt a lot of rejection in my life. And I'm here to tell you, if somebody rejects you, just let them go. You just keep going towards your dream, getting closer, no matter what you have to do to get to your dream. So then I became a jump coach. And when we went to districts, there was 16 spots for boy jumpers for the long jump. My boys held 8 of those spots. That was 50%. No one had that amount of number of boys jumpers. I felt very proud of my boys, and I trained them to believe in themselves. 2 boys that were jumping, they had never even jumped in their whole life, and they got all the way to districts. I taught them everything is possible. If you believe you can do something, you can do it, but you have to believe. Then one of my jumpers, he was a triple jumper. He took 10th place in state. That felt so good. It fed my soul in a way that money can't. And then something amazing happened. Then I went on to become a football coach. And I told Brett J, if you bring me on as a football coach, I will help your team accomplish your goals, and we will beat the rival team. Our team had been around since 1972. The rival team we had only beat once in the year 2012. When it came time for us to play them, we were ready, and we beat those Bombers, and we felt so amazing after we did. The whole school will never forget. The 2,200 kids will never forget that we can be whatever we want to be. If we want to be winners, we can be winners. We can put in the work and do it and be happy and feel success in our lives. We also broke many other records. We scored 70 points in one game. We just were unstoppable and on fire. And I believe that you have the power inside of you to be that. If I can do it, you can do it. So why do I tell you these things? I tell you these things to help you understand what is inside yourself. Did you know that there is actually secret extra credit? Nobody knows about this, but I tell my students that I work with, I say, if you do every single assignment, and you don't miss one, guess what? You will have power of extra credit that is a secret that nobody knows. But as you do your work, it builds upon itself, and you'll learn it more, and you'll be able to do well on tests that you wouldn't have if you missed assignments, and you will get a better grade in the end. So I tell you, what are your parents' biggest dreams? I'll tell you what your parents' biggest dreams are. Even though I don't know them, I know what their biggest dream is. Their biggest dream for you is for you to be happy. And they know the way to happiness. It's through hard work, it's through being honest, it's through learning, because you know what? No one can ever take away what is in your mind. If you put it there, no one can steal it in the night. No one can ever take it away. And I believe that being positive is the best way to feed your mind to gaining knowledge and believing in yourself. And the way you talk to yourself is so important, because as we talk to ourselves, we have to be kind and we have to help ourselves. We have to be our own best coach, not our own worst enemy. You wouldn't let somebody live in your house that was your enemy. So be your own best friend and help yourself and tell yourself, I can do this. Even if it's hard, I can do it. You just show up. You show off. It's okay to show off. It's okay to be your best self. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Don't worry if somebody tries to pull you down. You don't be afraid to stand out above the crowd, because being your best self is where you're going to find your most joy in life. And in the end, those who do the work, they keep the knowledge. So if somebody does something to you and it's negative, you just let it go and refocus yourself. Don't be distracted by that, because in this world, there's so much distraction, but you can't let them distract you and take you away from what's most important. And only you can decide what is most important. So I challenge you to be uncomfortable, or be comfortable being uncomfortable, because the way I got to where I went, it was not always comfortable, But I told myself, I can do this because this is what I want. So sometimes you might be uncomfortable, but just tell yourself, it's okay. I'll get used to it. It'll get better. So I'm just glad that I had the time to talk to you. And also I want to tell you one more thing. The biggest payday for your parents and for your teachers and for all those who care about you is the day you graduate, because it's not a day that they get a check, but their hearts will get paid in ways that money can't. And we all need to feel fulfilled in life. And that is how you figure out what your dream is. You ask the question to yourself, what would make me so happy? What would give me fulfillment? And that is your dream. Thank you.
All right, well done. Everybody, why don't you give a big round of applause to Melissa? And finally, what you said, the biggest payday of a teacher is the day that you get graduated. Right. So what a saying is that. Okay. So I think she can also stay little minutes with us. So if you have any questions, you can ask questions. So this is a golden opportunity. You can ask questions from a world-class motivational speaker, right? So this is your turn. Please take this opportunity and ask questions from Melissa. We can accommodate few questions. Yeah, please go ahead. Anybody, first tell your name and the age, and then she'll figure out so what sort of questions you have and your background. Please ask questions.
This is your moment to be brave. You can do it.
Yeah, you can ask questions.
I am Ramadi and I'm 15. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Hi. So I just wanted to say, there are people who are born with talents, and there are also people who are like, maybe they like something, but they're not really good at it. Say for me, something I like is I love singing, but I'm absolutely really bad at it. Like, that's something I can't do. So, do you think that people who are smarter are born talented, or like people who practice and achieve what you want can actually be smarter than people who actually have those talents?
I believe you don't have to be the best at anything to enjoy it and to love it. I was not the fastest on the team, and I was definitely not the best player, but I can tell you that I enjoyed playing, and that's what mattered, right? So it doesn't matter how well you do something, it matters how much you enjoy doing it. And that is where the real happiness comes from. And also, you can strengthen your own weaknesses and be stronger, right? So when you take the time to continue to work on it, do you know about, there's a basketball player in America, his name's Michael Jordan. He's one of the greatest basketball players in the entire world. And when he was in high school, he got cut from the team, but he chose to make his weakness become strong. And I believe that some people do have talent and it might be easier for some people, but I believe that if you want to work so hard at something, you can become great at anything you choose to. Thank you for being the brave woman and asking the first question, because I know sometimes when everything's quiet, it's hard to step out there. But right now, the more you step out and you be brave, the easier it becomes. That's what I'm talking about. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. So right now, when you ask questions to me, I'm a stranger to you. You've never seen me before. It's uncomfortable, but you know what? You're becoming brave and strong by letting go. Winston Churchill says, fear is a reaction, courage is a decision. Thank you for making the decision.
Anybody else? So be brave. Feel comfortable. Feel comfortable and ask question. Yes.
Hi, I'm Venuki and I'm also 15. And so my question is, I'm really like same Ramadhyaki. I'm also really like sports, but I'm really not going on working it. Like I'm working it, but I'm not working that much. And I also love it, but I'm not that much good in it. But I want to be a sportswoman. What should I do? Like how to maintain it? Like how to achieve it?
So you have to believe in yourself, first of all. When you say you're not good at it, don't say that anymore. I want you to say every day, I am an athlete. I can do it. I'm getting better every day. When you talk to yourself positively, your brain believes it. But if you talk the opposite, your brain believes it. So you have to continue every day to hold that dream, do the work that you need to do. And you can just even start off from whatever your sport is, just doing it every day or keeping yourself fit. Or when you eat food, ask yourself the question, is this food good for my body and going to help me do good in my sport? Do the things that'll help you become a better athlete, and you will believe you are, and then you will continue to become a better athlete. Even myself, I struggled with being like everybody else for a long time. I'm not built like the average athlete. But you know what? Today, I hit a new record. I do crunches every morning. I do 100 crunches. And sometimes I have to take a break between them. And today, I hit 100 crunches in a row. That's the first time, because I told myself I have to give a good story. So I have to do something amazing. And even a few days ago, I only could get to 35 and I would need to take a break. So you can do anything you put your mind to, and you will get better as your body gets used to what you're doing. You will get better, and your muscles have memory in them, and they will just start doing what you tell them to do after you do it over and over and over. So practice, practice, and believe, and good self-talk. Okay?
So what really matters is like what you think and what you want with your life, not what other people think you should have and what other people think you should be, but what you find happy, right?
Yes, you need to do what makes you happy, because you're not going to be happy living somebody else's life. You're going to be happiest living your life. So as you grow into an adult, you make choices that it's going to make you happy. And your parents are doing their best to guide you, and try to do your best to listen to them and understand where they're coming from. Because I have 4 children myself, and my youngest just turned 15. And sometimes they don't like to listen to what the parents have to say, but just know that the parents tell you to do things because they love you and they want you to be happy. And sometimes they know more than you, even though as a teenager, it's hard to see that. Thank you.
There's one student, she wants to talk to you. That is Dasunya.
Hello, thank you, sir. Hello, good morning. I'm Dasunya and I'm 15 years old. First of all, thank you for your valuable advice. My question is a bit different. I would love to know your opinion regarding how practical is online education to our age group, because it's new to us with the COVID-19 pandemic.
So thank you for your question. And yes, it is very new to us. And we hope that things will someday return to where they were. But you control what you have control over. And right now, you have control over being attentive and going to your classes, if it's on Zoom, and making sure you're doing all your schoolwork and making sure that you are happy. Because when you see the smile on my face, you can transfer that smile all the way across the world, right? I saw you smile. When I smiled, you smiled. So maybe try to keep your camera on, smile, talk to each other, try and feel the energy that you can feel. Even though it's different, we still have energy in our bodies that we can send across to other people. And if you can try and see the good in it, try not to think about, the bad parts of it. Just try and focus on the good, because you might be able to learn in a different way, a deeper way, and also work on, if there's stuff that you're struggling with, communicate with your parents, communicate with your teachers, and, just keep going at it. You'll get through this. And I promise you, if you keep your head up and you say, I can do this, it can be a wonderful experience.
Okay, thank you. I really appreciate your answer, and it's nice to have spoken to you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jerusha. I'm 16 years old, and I need to ask you a question too. You said that we have to be positive and like build up ourselves, right? Yeah. If you want to help someone else, and like that person is so negative, how can you like help her or him? Help other person.
So my mentor, Les Brown, taught me a very valuable lesson. Sometimes you have to distance yourself sometimes from people who drag you down. I'm not saying don't be their friend, but it's a full-time job changing yourself. And I do have a saying that I be so positive that negative people run from me. So I always wear a smile and I always be kind. And you know what? People who are very negative, they don't like to be around me, and they kind of just go their own way. But I do understand that sometimes there's people in our lives that we love, your brother or sister, your mother or father, and just be an example to them. And sometimes if they're pulling you down, just take a break, walk outside, get some fresh air. It's really, life can be hard when we have people that are very negative close by us. But I tell you, if you shine your example and you be a happy person and you truly love yourself, they might change. We can't control other people, but we can control ourselves. So just keep deciding to be happy, be kind to yourself, tell yourself you're amazing because you are, tell yourself you're beautiful, look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. Talk to yourself, and you will become whatever you tell yourself. And sometimes you might have to tell that negative person, watch out, that frown might stand on your face. Just joke with them, be kind to them, love them, and they'll become better. But just worry about you is the best thing, because you're the only one you have control over.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm
Hi,
Manju.
good morning.
Good morning.
I would like to ask that if someone tells that you can't go through your path, you don't achieve your targets, and everyone is focusing us and everyone is going to point out us, if that would be a distract all times with us or the studies, how can we survive from that, and how can we concentrate on studies?
How can you concentrate on your studies? Just making sure that you get the rest you need, that you get up in the morning. One day I decided, you know what? I'm just going to get up like I used to and go get in the shower and get my hair pretty and do everything like I'm going out the door. And then I would leave my house and I drove around the block and I turned on my music really loud and I got happy like I always went to work. And then I drove back to my house and walked in the door and I said, I'm here to be the best mom today. And it made a difference in my life. It really did. So your attitude and doing things the way you used to do them, you could walk out your front door and walk right back in. Does that answer your question?
Sorry.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Manudini,
Hello.
and I'm 16 years old. So sometimes we like to face challenges, and personally, I like to do it. So, but sometimes this makes us face to troubles, and it makes us mostly sad. So, in such situations, what should we make us to feel happy?
So that's a really good question because there's days where I wake up and I don't want to get up. And you know what? You have to choose what is going to make you happy in life. It might be your room's clean. So you have to figure out what makes you happy because what makes you happy is different than what makes me happy, right? Maybe. But I like it when my room's clean and I like it when I'm put together. Sometimes when you get up and you dress in your best clothes and you put on a pair of earrings or, you know, a necklace, and don't you feel so much better? So on days when I am having a hard time inside, I look my best on my outside and it makes me feel better, even if it's just 1% better. And as you be kind to those around you and wear a smile on your face, doesn't it make you happy? The other thing that makes me happy is serving other people or thinking about other people makes me happy. So you can try and do maybe some of those things and maybe they'll work for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, I have a question. I'm Hiru and I'm 15 years old. My question is how to get people to like me and to get famous among them, like not one or two a crowd of people, how to get famous and how to get them to like you. But I believe that believing in myself is not enough to do that in a country like Sri Lanka. And my question is that how to get people to like you.
Okay, so I understand your question is that you're asking how to get people to like you. The number one
Actually,
answer I would give you is you got to like you first, right? So I know that's a hard question to ask, but do you like you? Because yeah, if you like you and you have to be okay with you liking you and be happy with who you are. And as you become who you are meant to be, then the right people will like you. Because I want you to think about something. What if you got popular, but the people around you weren't very nice people? So you want to be true to yourself. Love yourself, take care of yourself, do the actions of people you want to be around, and you will draw them to you. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a magnet in the world. You are a magnet, and people who like you, who are like you, come to you. And be okay being by yourself. if those people don't come, they might not come today or tomorrow, but they will come. So just develop yourself and you like you, okay? So are you being nice to yourself inside? Talk good to yourself and do things you love to do. And then I see you have a dartboard behind you for darts, right?
Yeah.
You like to play darts?
Yeah.
So maybe step out of your comfort zone and find a friend who likes to play darts, and then you can play darts together, and then you find another friend, and then before you know it, you're happy and you're playing darts and you have a group of friends who likes to be with you and you play darts together, right? So sometimes we have to step outside of our own comfort zone and expect people to come to us, and we have to come to them. And you're the one who chooses who you want to be around.
Thank you for your answer.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so wonderful set of insights from Melissa, and I hope my students at the 9A's workshop. So this is not a class, Melissa. This is a workshop we do online. So we empower students to study even without a teacher. So they don't need a teacher. I don't teach anything. But I'm happy today you came online to talk to our students, and they are really impressed and they really like you and love you, Melissa, I know. So, so you had answered so many questions of my students. And so, yeah, there's one more question from our leader. She's our leader, and she's at the highest level. I have ranked them depending on the performance. So we'll, yes.
Hi, good morning. I'm Tenuli and I'm 16. I'll be asking 2 questions from you because you have faced so many challenges and you're a lot more experienced than us. And the 2 questions are, if we fail to achieve our goals, what will be the consequences? And if we successfully achieve them, what will our lives be like?
So first of all, failing to achieve your goals is feedback. It tells you what you need to do better. I would never give up on your goals. I would always chase them. And then someday you might realize that maybe your goals have changed. But I will tell you, write your goals down. It's so important. When we have goals, you have to write them down and you have to look at them every day. And if one day you wake up and you say, I don't want this goal anymore, that's okay. That's not failure. Failure is achieving your goals and still not being happy. That's what failure is. So if you don't achieve your goals, just keep going after them and know that it's just like when Thomas Edison made the light bulb and he found 100,000 ways not to make a light bulb, and then he just kept going and then he found it, right? So don't give up on your goals. And honestly, when you succeed and get your goals, what will your life be like? You feel joy in your heart. You will feel happiness that cannot be bought with money, something that we all crave. We all want it. We all want to feel so alive inside of ourselves. And we can only get it by continuing to go after our dream. And different people have different dreams, and that's okay. But letting people chase their dreams and helping other people achieve their dreams can be success for you too. So make sure when you think about success, really understand what success is so that when you achieve it, you don't mistake it for a failure.
Thank you very much, Melissa. And so many questions are coming to me, asking for an opportunity to ask a question in my private line, but I can allocate only one more person to ask a question. That is the last for the day. Yeah.
Hello, Melissa. I'm Kavindi and I'm 15 years old. So here in Sri Lanka, when we go to grade 11, we have an important exam called O-levels. So because of that, we have to give priority to studies rather than sports. So like I play hockey and because of the exams, my mother asked me to quit sports, but to quit that, but I don't want to. So like, can you tell me how to balance studies and sports?
I feel your pain as you told me your mom took away your hockey and she asked you to stop. I feel that pain. And the reason I feel that pain is because when I was in high school, I played football, then I went and played softball, then I went to a new school and I played football there. And during that season, I ended up moving to a new school, to a new home. I was a foster child. And as I moved to a new home, they chose to homeschool me and I was no longer allowed to play sports. So I understand that dream of yours just being ripped from you, and just know that your body, your physical body, you can still do many things with it. Even if you're not on a team right now, doesn't mean that it's away forever.
I didn't quit, but like I don't want to. Like my mom don't force me to stop.
So make it possible for you to continue to, you have to put first things first, right? So your studying has to be first, and then you can do your hockey a second, and just make sure that you are doing all that you can to complete your studies, to do your memorization, to work hard, and just believe it's possible. And to let your mom know how much you care, that she cares about you. Because sometimes you can persuade your parents to understand your need, but you have to show them your hard work through your schools. And your parents do really care about you. I'll tell you that, because if they didn't care, they would just let you go play the sports and let your schoolwork fall away. But your mom cares. So you should respect that and know that they're doing the best they can for you. But you just got to lift harder and not let that sport go. If it's in your heart that you want to do it, just keep working hard at your studies. Make sure you put them first, and then you will get to have your dream as well.
Yeah, thank you for your great advice.
You're welcome.
Right. So thank you very much for your wonderful advices, Melissa. So people are sending so many questions, but since we are running short of time, she's running with a very tough schedule, and she volunteered to come and talk to you for 10 minutes. So probably 10 to 15 minutes, but we kept here a little longer than that. So sorry for that. But it's lovely to have you here online with our Sri Lankan students, Melissa. So it's a tremendous support and guidance to our children, and that'll be some sort of an eye-opening session and turning point in their life. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. A big thank you should go to you. Shall we all switch on your microphones and give a big round of applause for this?
Thank you.
So you won the hearts of Sri Lankan students for the first time in your life. Yeah.
Well, I hope someday to come meet them. When things change in the world, and someday.
Things will change soon, and someday we'll meet up like this in person. Okay, so thank you very much, Melissa, and good day to you. And I wish you all the very best in your career.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Bye-bye.